On this episode of The Hollywood Hunter, Freddy keeps his focus aimed and steady as his good friend Chase pays a visit to the Harteis Ranch, hunting mule deer for the very first time. Go get 'em, boys!
So we just wrapped up a great episode with Darren. What a great deer we took. Rolling into what I think is going to be epic for Chase, who's coming out with Rubline Marketing. Chase was here in the spring hunting turkey with me and just really fell in love with the terrain and the setup we have here. He was itching about the idea of coming back. Wants to kill a great management deer. So I have some great deer in mind and I think it's going to all come together. The deer here on the Harteis Ranch have grown up a lot over the years. The numbers have flourished. There's lots of great deer and there are some great management deer. I give them examples, I show them pictures of deer that I'm like, hey, here are some options of deer that the caliber of deer in which you would bring home. And I knew Chase coming in, he couldn't get on the pedal fast enough. He's coming from Iowa, he was excited, he was ready to rock, anticipating a hunt of a lifetime.
We think we're on the right road.
Upon arrival, typically the clients love to relax in the lodge, get a little bit of a break from the travels of the day. I was going to go out and do a little bit of scouting. Well, sure enough, Chase, we said, hey, I want to come with you. So we proceeded out just to do a little looking around and seeing some good deer.
Chase is going crazy. There's bucks everywhere. We got a bull elk that just come down. We got cows that are coming out in the meadow. I say we keep moving, see what else we do. I tell you, it's amazing. This is an unbelievable place.
We start seeing some really good deer and some elk and one really great buck.
So we got kind of pinned down in the cedars here. They started working on them. I'm just waiting for Freddie to give me the go-ahead to pull my bow out of the case.
There's some great management deer, but Chase was actually putting his eye on a deer that was bigger than management deer.
Freddie put me on this absolute giant 4x3, and you just get your mind wrapped around it.
My goal is to have the client happy. These guys are dear friends of mine, and I surely want them to go home with what they want. So we figured out the best option and went after the deer of his choice. So we parked the buggy, and from there it was all spot and stock. So this buck is really good. Big main frame, 4x3 with brow tines, just a solid deer. As we stalked up on him, he got bigger and bigger as we got close, and we ended up sneaking behind some juniper trees and crawling our way to him. And as we did that, and I popped up with the rangefinder, he was only 40 yards away.
It's exactly 40.
Now please keep in mind, this is the first evening. Their suitcases are sitting in the garage. They're barely ready to go hunting.
Wait.
So things are getting really intense. We're getting right in on this deer. He's 40 yards away. He's sitting on his knees and he's wanting to get up and stand up. I'm like, bud, they're right here. You gotta stay still. Chase takes the shot.
Spine up on top of the back.
He hits the top of the back.
Rushed the shot over his back, just skimmed his back.
The guy's a great shot. He's a great hunter. At that time, you know, he's favoring that one knee so bad and it was hurting him, and I didn't know that at the time. Awesome opportunity, and we'll chalk it up for experience.
We'll get him.
We know that deer's gonna make it. It's gonna be fine. but it was a deer that he really wanted, and at this point, it's gonna be real hard pressed to get close to him again.
And Freddie just kept saying, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. We're gonna find another good deer.
So the next morning, we're out and about, and we're looking at a whole pile of bucks. We identified the deer he hit the day before.
He is. Oh my God. That's him on the other side.
Yep, right there.
Here, let's get out right here. Okay, we got the buck from last night out here. Let's see if we can't cut the distance, get another shot at him.
Arms Core Ammo. Right on target, right on the price. Scent Crusher. Scent off, game on. Rapto Razor takes field dressing to a whole new level. Visit raptorazor.com. Excalibur Crossbows, the most accurate hunting crossbow. ExcaliburCrossbow.com. Keystone Sporting Arms, home of the Cricket, Chipmunk, and the new 722.
Tree Stand Buddy, the quick attach slide mount system for hang-on tree stands.
Ripcord's new Ace Standard with the Firefall design. See the Ace difference. Hollywood Hunter is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. After failing to shoot on a bad knee, things begin to heat up as Chase gets more anxious to land that perfect shot. Can the Hollywood Hunter summon a second chance?
Okay, we got the buck from last night out here.
Rushed the shot, shot over his back.
Chase hit him high in the back. The deer's fine, but we're still after that specific deer.
Well, that deer was so calm because we never put any pressure on him before. And after we took that shot and he got away, then he was the most skittish deer on the property. We just couldn't close the distance. No matter what we did, we couldn't get closer than 100 yards from him. After that shot of Chase's, we named that deer Scar because he had a nice white scar on the top of his back. The deer was fine, just grazed all the hair off of him. Was a deer that just became a little more educated.
We'll go after him tonight. I don't want to push him anymore. All right, that's failed attempt number 3. So close. We were close. They may have won the battle, but they're not going to win the war. Yep, it's him. There he is. He's out there in the meadow. He's way out there by himself. There he is. Yeah, he's right there. See him way out there, about 200-300 yards.
And he's at the very north end of the property, and we couldn't get closer to him than 100 yards. And he seems to be fine. He just grazed the top of the back. Well, we get a little closer to him, and he starts moving toward the fence line to leave.
Pushing him. He's had enough. Yeah, he's tired of it.
So we stayed still, backed off, and before you know it, he comes back on, and we're excited. We're like, oh yeah, we can still get on him.
He's coming back. He's coming back. Here he comes back.
Jump the fence, man, jump the fence. Yes.
And then he turns, and then he decides to cross the road and leave. So at that point, we both knew, hey, game over with this guy. We're gonna have to reevaluate the situation.
We're gonna have trouble getting him. He's getting smart. So we spent 2 days after that 4x3, a heck of a great deer, and first evening, just shot high and grazed his back. He's gotten very smart over the last couple days, and we're pushing him a little bit on foot. He just crossed off onto the neighbor's property.
First morning I rushed my shot. I was nervous. I mean, buck fever set in. There's no doubt. But there's tons of great animals on the Harteis Ranch.
Yeah.
The good news is he's a very identifiable buck now.
He is, yeah.
He's got
good old Scar.
He's got a nice little scar off of his back.
And I'll remember him forever because of you.
Proves what a resilient animal they are, though.
They're unbelievable.
They're tough.
They're wild animals. You start throwing arrows at them, they get real nervous real quick.
We may not get this deer, but we're gonna get you on one that is definitely gonna be a beautiful deer to take home. So let's go get him.
So we're gonna regroup, keep moving, see what else we can find.
We're gonna go after a management deer. Before you know it, we're glassing a bunch of other deer. We come across another great deer.
Chase questioned me from the beginning. I said, hey, there's this real wide big buck. He said, oh, I don't think he's big enough. Then he got his eye on this 4x3.
Hey bud, that was a deer they wanted you to hunt in the beginning of the hunt. And at this point, all I had to do was look at him and he said, I want that one.
What do you think, bro?
Yeah. Freddie got me within 30 yards of that deer yesterday afternoon, and I called it off because I couldn't get a scar off my mind.
Well, let's see if we can make a stalk on him. See what happens.
Let's grab one of those Montana decoy cows. Let's try to walk out to him and shoot him out in the meadow.
The second one back.
We proceeded out there. We actually closed the distance. I think we got to about 70 yards from them.
Just try to stay low.
And they just wouldn't let us get any closer. They knew something was weird. And then we actually skirted the whole way around them. And as we're getting closer, I'm going, "Mah." And the deer lift his head and look at you. And I don't know if he thought we were real or not, but we couldn't close the distance any more than about 70 yards.
One in the back.
We could now get to the juniper trees and kind of sneak in and get a little closer to get a shot. When we were corralling them with the cow decoys, it pushed them back down the hill. So we couldn't pull it off, but it was a fun encounter. If there is a frustration, it's trying to make it all go perfectly when you're dealing with wildlife that doesn't really follow the script.
Let's just sneak up right around. We should be able to get right to him.
Yeah, we can go right up over there, get in those cedars, and shoot them from the cedars.
Let's do it.
So I understand these mule deer very well. I've hunted them for many years. We've grown the herd tremendously, and I can tell by their demeanor and how they're reacting to situations or what they're gonna do next.
We were able to sneak up on this one.
Right out here. Sneak a little bit further. Let's stay low. He's 32. Just wait. Tell me when you're on.
After scaring off a world-class trophy, the Hollywood hunter brings it back to basics and proves why Chase should have went with his original buck all along. Ready, steady, go!
Right out here. Sneak a little bit further. Just take your time. Let's stay low. He's 32. Just wait. Tell me when you're on.
It was very calm. The deer was not real afraid, didn't know we were there, and I knew we had time.
Let's get right up in here.
So as we got close enough for the shot, Chase was ready to pull off the shot and make it happen right away, and I'm trying to tone him down and say, hey, wait, let's get the camera right, let's get everything in position.
All right. Come on up. Right there. Draw. Draw your bow. He's 32. Wait.
Chase was getting nervous if the deer was getting worked up, and I said, no, we're fine.
Wait.
And at this time, you know, the deer lifts his head and Chase is getting nervous. Chase shoots.
I said wait.
And I'm saying, why you shoot? No.
I thought you said go. No, I kept saying wait.
And the deer takes off and I didn't know where he hit him. So I was very nervous at that point. I want to create the most epic footage of these deer as we possibly can. And when it doesn't happen that way, it's probably because I didn't communicate correctly and get the client to feel comfortable with the situation. I got cameras running around me, I got all this stuff happening, so I'm trying to line it up and make sure this is right and that's right. So I take full responsibility for that. Chase said, no, I hit him good.
20 years I've wanted to do that. It's just always a roller coaster of emotions after you shoot. I'm supposed to be fist pumping and confident and everything else, but it's just flat out a flood of emotions because that's something I've wanted to do for 20 years. I turned 40 this year and I said I was going to come out and I was going to go to the best place to do it. I came to Harteis and it was worth every second.
It's most rewarding when the client or the friend really gets to experience it and see it all come together and to see their emotions come out. You did it, bro. You did it, 20 years in the making. Harteis Ranch. We go up over this little part of the knoll and the deer's laying right there.
He's right there.
Oh, he's down right there.
I see him.
Yep.
His rack sticking
You
up.
did it, bro. You did it. You only ran 100 yards, not even. Not even. So I'm like, wow, you did make a perfect shot. It all did come together. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I'm really proud of him, and that's a deer he'll always remember. Nothing like seeing good friends connect on a dream.
One of my favorite episodes you ever did was the tribute to your dad. I wished I would have got to meet him, but I have to imagine as much work and effort he put into this place, and seeing you carry it on, this is exactly what he wanted people to experience.
We built the Harteis Ranch out between my father and I to make it a world-class operation, to take 21 years of experience. That's a 300-pound deer for sure. Or I'm becoming weaker with my age. And bring it in one place so we could bring in guys like you that we respect, that we love, that we admire in the industry for what you do. With a successful hunt, this is becoming my favorite part of the process because of the Raptor Razor knives. I'll tell you, these things make our lives so much easier and effective for time, especially if we put a couple animals down. Here's another 180-inch deer we just brought down. Chase, you're a great hunter, bud. I love your persistence. I knew it just took time to get it together, and to see your face and see your expression after the harvest made it all worthwhile for me, and that's why I do this.
Armscore Ammo. Right on target, right on the price. Scent Crusher. Scent off, game on. Raptor Razor takes field dressing to a whole new level. Visit raptorrazor.com. Excalibur Crossbows, the most accurate hunting crossbow. ExcaliburCrossbow.com. Keystone Sporting Arms, home of the Cricket, Chipmunk, and the new 722.
Tree Stand Buddy, the quick attach slide mount system for hang-on tree stands.
Ripcord's new Ace Standard with the Firefall design. See the Ace difference. Hollywood Hunter is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. After a daunting miss and then a perfectly rushed shot, Chase and the Hollywood Hunter got it done. Now it's up to longtime friend and creative designer Kurt Stoner to bring one home.
Congratulations to Chase, and now we got Kurt Stoner. Now Kurt is a dear friend of mine. I've known him for several years. He is one of the most talented individuals when it comes to graphic or print or signage. I've seen him work with Hershey. I've seen him work with Cabela's and lots of big brands. I had him theme an animal room that I had back in Pennsylvania, and he did an exceptional job of 3D imagery. It looks real and it's actually print. It's really spectacular. I bought a camper that I said, hey bud, I'd love you to wrap that and customize it, make it something very unique. And as he did that, he wowed me again. And I said, hey bud, I want you to come out to the Harteis Ranch and I'm gonna wow you with an experience on a management deer like you've never had before. He was stoked. He was talking about it for days. It was like a little kid as he showed up, and I was feeling the same way.
It's go time. I gotta get on the road in an hour to catch a plane.
It's gonna be fun. Been chasing some deer around, but today is the day.
Right out in the meadow here.
It's the last morning. He's getting ready to take off, and we gotta get her done.
That's a huge deer. Look at this one.
So I'm taking Kurt to different parts of the ranch so he can kind of experience the whole thing, and we're back into one of the canyons and looking for deer and getting on some, but nothing we really wanted. So we're looking around, combing all these deer, and we only have about an hour to do so. We get on the perfect deer.
How far? Give me the range over here. Stop, 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 stop.
And we sneak right up in on them.
35. 35.
36, 37, 40. 37. We're getting in position. Kurt's all excited. He gets the bow drawn. As he shoots, he gives the deer a haircut.
Just grazed it. Grazed up the back. Dude, I was right on his belly at 40. He was 38. I was getting 38. Yeah, and I put my 40 on his belly.
He took the hair right off that deer's back, and it was pretty amazing.
Kurt said his father was a barber, And I'm starting to think that Kurt might be a barber as well. It happens to all of us. We had it happen last week, it happened again this week. You lift your head to peak and you shoot over the back. He was 38 yards. He's a hell of a great shot. Happens to all of us, I've done it. It's frustrating as heck. Don't worry, we'll get one next time. You want to put this in the bag? You can take this home with you. I'm sorry, that's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure, it's stressful. We have 10 minutes till we have to leave. And we're trying to make something happen, and it's not easy. I mean, it happened last week too. We had a hell of a week, bro. We sure did.
The deer is fine. When clients come to the ranch, they typically are expecting to go home with what they're after, and most of the time it happens. Sometimes we just don't have the luck. Kurt's a heck of a great shot. The guy can shoot on a target as good as anyone. We had to rush the shot to get it done in order for him to get to the airport. So thank you, Kurt, for leaving the deer here at the ranch. This gives us a chance to do it again next year.
Of course, I miss my wife, my little dogs, so it's time to get home.
What a great episode. We got two great friends of mine here at the Harteis Ranch. Of the things that they've seen from Hollywood Hunter to the things that they've seen on social media. Hey, relax, take your time back. Love you, bro.
Love you, bud.
I really wanted to give them both an experience.
It was awesome.
Pleasure. We'll do it again someday soon.
I feel like we all walked away with some incredible memories, and it was something that we'll remember for a lifetime, and I'm sure they'll want to come back and do it again. And I think as every client that comes in, when they leave with a smile on their face and they know they had an opportunity of a lifetime, that's really what it's all about.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by Arms Corps Ammo.
I mean, taking home to Iowa, the land of whitetails, an animal like this. Unbelievable. Just the amount of muleys we saw. It's world class.
Harteis Ranch is here to produce. It's been 21 years in the making, where we manage it incredibly well. And when Chase come out here, I was as excited for him as I think he was.
When you're trying to fulfill a dream of a first muley and in velvet, you just don't take any compromises. You go for the best.
We all know this industry needs more people that are passionate and excited. That's what it's all about. Proud of you, bro.
Thanks, man.